This is a 3-in-1 fuel stove from JPTHEMAN1's. You simply fill her up with some alcohol. This is the simplest method. You can either light it or throw this on. What I like to do is just light it. Let it get hot. And then throw the lid in there. Once it's nice and hot and the alcohol is burning a little bit, alcohol will start to boil in a second here. Doesn't take too long for it to get pretty hot. Once it's hot, it's pretty easy to get a pressurized fuel going here. Trying to figure which way's up. I guess this way's up. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I guess it's the same either way. Now it's this way. There's a little bit of a curve to that. You can see it boiling now. So I just slide that on there, and if I can get it lit before it gets too cold. I guess not. There we go. Just took a second. You got yourself a jet stove, which if you need a little more fuel on top there, you just pour a little bit in there and keep it hot. Let the heat transfer down. Put your flame on there. Sometimes it tends to get a little under the heat. I need to get some felt. You can, well, I don't have any fluid out here. Hold on a second, let me get this set up properly. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, I've actually gone ahead and added a little piece of felt down here. Just enough to try and get that, keep moving the camera forward, sorry. Try and get that hot in there. Then of course you didn't even need to light it, it lit itself. That'll get that inside boiling a little bit. And I've just added a little piece of felt right down inside here to get it going. I'm going to work on something else for that. I think there's got to be another idea besides just stuffing a little felt in the bottom down there. Of course, once it gets boiling, that felt gets it really hot.
Burning your phone?
So you can see that because that felt's underneath there, we've got a really hot flame. Now, I want to show you what happens if we take that felt out of there, because you don't necessarily want to have it down there all the time. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab it with my bare hands here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to grab it to put it out. Maybe I can just smother it. Let's see. Not with that anyway. So, I'm just going to sit here and sizzle like this for a second until I problem with being so hot is I'm afraid. No. Thought it might melt my hose there, but it's hot, but not really burning hot. I mean, it's not, although it's just getting bigger as we go. Yeah, I really need to get that out of there to get it smothered. Of course, I put a piece underneath of it, and now it's caught underneath of it. There's no way to put that stuff out. It's just too hot. Can't put it out like that. Alright, well, I'll have to come up with plan B. It's almost brought it to a boil already, though, that's for sure. But like I said, that's just a little too hot. I need to get that piece completely out of there. Or maybe just put it underneath so it's like that right there, where there's just a little flame coming out. Excuse me. Here we go. The inside fire's died down a hair now. I'm not sure if that's because it's running out of gas or because that I can at least take this off. Can you? Yeah. Pot it is. A pot thing. Cloth. And now I can, I'm just going to show you. Yeah, the inside gas went out. Not easy enough to blow out though. There we go, it's out now. I'm going to try that again with just a little less felt, just a little bit underneath of it. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we're going to try this again. We're going to go ahead and fill the pot up there with some fuel. About an ounce, maybe a little less than an ounce, I'm not sure. Let's see here, did a bunch of that come out? No, it stayed in good. So then, I was having that flame come out the side too much, so I want to try something different. Just want to put a few little drops on, well, a few little drops on there and a few little drops all over the bottom here. I'm going to set this directly underneath of this. I know this requires a stand to do that, but I just want to try it and see something. I'm trying to figure out how to put this in here. Put that in like that. I'm going to lay this down because last time it was kind of high. I'm going to go ahead and light the bottom. Well, I thought I was going to light the bottom. Oh, it's burning, okay. And this is just going to let a little fuel come out of the edge. A little flame come out the side there. Really just enough to heat the bottom up and get the alcohol burning. Not like we had last time where it was just flaming out everywhere. I don't even know if I have enough there. I might just, yeah, it was barely enough on there. I'm going to go ahead and put a little more on there. And then I'm going to light it and I'm going to set it in the front of it, I think. I'm going to set this, then kind of like on top of that where one of the holes is, or three of the holes there are covered. It doesn't burn very well like that. We'll have to see if it's going to stay lit. Now I guess we're going to need to leave a little of that sticking out maybe. I don't know if you guys can see that. I already tilted it up for you guys a little bit. Nah, it's burning. But not enough to keep that going on top, I don't think yet. It is spinning around a little bit there. Maybe if we turn the light off, we might be able to see a little better. It's a little better. You can see that it's actually still flaming and letting those flames come out. Now as this flame down here dies off, I think this will be hot enough up here and primed and ready to go. But yeah, we could probably definitely turn those lights back on now, I think, because we got enough flame going where we can see it. And I'm going to put the pot on there with the 2 cups of water. And you can see it's not too overwhelming this time. It seems to be steady. I still think that maybe a ring and not, well, now we're dripping. Too much fuel getting on the pot there or something. Just burning too hot again. You saw a little drip of fuel over there. Holy cow, it can't be boiling already. No, that's just steam that was on the lid. But again, that fire on the bottom is becoming too much. It's causing the thing to boil over there a little bit with the jets. We can see this dripping fire down here. I don't know if you saw that in the video, but I can see where it's dripping. It's getting so much pressurized fuel coming out now from the boiling of the alcohol that it's actually dripping off the pot. There's so much up there. It can't even burn it as fast as it's coming out. So, I need to lessen this flame down here. And actually that flame's all the way over here in the back now. It's spread out a lot.
There's none in the back.
It was back there a minute ago, but it's kind of, he says, kind of, that's my son talking there. He's kind of going away there. But we're getting just too much pressurized flame with this flame down here. So I need to find some way to make this a little less, but enough to get it going. So watch it here and see how this goes. See if I can't play with it some more and figure out a way to make that work a little better. Now I'm just showing you the alcohol side with the jets right now. Next we're going to be doing the, I'm just going to stick it in here. It also has a felt internal part where you can burn with it, which is, you know, a little safer. If you tip over or something like that, the flame all stays inside the felt and doesn't spill out. And then There's also a propane method to this stove, which makes this stove very unique. It has all three processes. Now, we didn't have a whole lot of fuel in there. I don't think I can add fuel to the jets once it starts burning. Now, I didn't fill it. I didn't know how much I needed. I only put 1 ounce, maybe even a little less than that. But I don't think 1 ounce is going to be enough to get me boiling, even though it was a roaring fire there. No, it's just not going to get it boiling. Well, it hasn't yet. It may still. We'll see. It's still burning. And actually, it's more of a controlled fire now that this has started to die down here. Still a little bit of flame there. You don't see it really with your camera on because it's just slightly blue. I guess if I aim the camera right at it, it kind of picks it up. But it's a very controlled flame. In fact, it's actually almost too controlled. I think it's dying is what's happening now. Yeah, we're dying. We're losing all our fuel inside there. I'm going to raise this up so you can see. And obviously you can't bring it to a boil with that. And I think it's actually probably almost out as part of the problem. I don't think it has anything to do with the flame being gone down here. I think that the fuel in there is just about out. Now I can't add more fuel in the middle of this because I think I tried that last time and it just shot all over the sides. So let me try again. You can kind of see where it comes out in there, and yeah, it just comes out too fast and gets too hot too fast. It vaporizes as soon as it hits that metal plate. So then it all burns off and, well, then just dies back down. None of it ever makes it into the bottom, I don't think. It came pretty close to a boil though. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this die out here and try again with maybe a little more fuel this time. See if we get any further.